With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, Bradley McDougald. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Looking for Woods that time. 3rd down here.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, gone. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is when we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And his throw here is incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Goff now to throw. They got a man. It's Woods. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to sling this deep down into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Penny, a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
from the gun on third down. Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He's going to try and go deep again. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, Wilson. And Lockett with a grab over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
On second down, Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Seal that. Tight. Mulaney. Well. Check 59. Zebra. 14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Penny. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Wilson on second down. There he goes inside the 30. It's complete to Lockett. And down to the 19-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Zebra.
A handoff to Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they take... Possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Tighten up.
Gone!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
Leopard! Black 99 Philly, here we go!
Now Rashad Penny. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Play action. It's gone. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my. He pulled it in. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go. More now. You up. 11. 11. 53 at the mic.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Zerline's kick is good. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. On the move to his left. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Open man, it's Bennett. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
The pitch goes to Penny. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Looking to throw. Weaver. He hits more on the screen. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Goff. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Gone. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
This is Carson, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Leopard! 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 Leopard!
4 down, 4 down. Check, check.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Everyone's got 4 down.
On 3rd down, Penny fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Like 20!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the 50, it's Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. Room here to run. Trotting. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run forward with Anderson, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Zerline good with a PAT, and it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And out now come the Seahawks. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Now let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Weaver. And this will be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Weaver. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. Oh, and now he bowls him over. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard. Punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And there he goes again. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big run there by Gurley. 47 yards on the ground. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, gone. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. He takes this for 3 to the 29. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Gotta go. Alert.
Again, it's Penny. Now the ball comes loose, but I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now it's Carson. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion. And that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the run, it's Penny. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for L.A., it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.